Welcome to another episode of Greatness Quest. This is Trevor Crane, and today is a video episode, and this is a special episode because today is the last of our daily doses of Greatness Quest for a little while. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm dizzy because I'm spinning around in the chair right now. I'm in my office. The subject for today is adapt what is useful. We're going to get into that in detail here so you can see why we're changing the format and potentially pausing the Daily Dose of Greatness Quest for a while. I think you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a Daily Dose of Greatness Quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. All right, so welcome back again. Today, the subject is adapt what is useful. In fact, I've got that from a Bruce Lee quote. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Now, here's the thing. Just the other day, I was at the gym. This was actually last week. I was at the gym, and I was working out with my new fitness instructor, and he was helping me just basically, I haven't hired a personal trainer ever to work out in the gym. I always thought I knew how to work out. And so instead, he said, Trevor, you've been doing a really good job. But the truth is that if you want to get stronger and look bigger and build bigger muscles and whatnot, you need to change your workout routine. What you're doing right now has given you the results you've got, and it's really good. But if you want to take things to the next level, you're going to need to make some changes. So he gave me different exercises. He gave me a different nutrition schedule. And what happened is I wanted to shift it and push it and change. And in fact, one day I rode my bike to the gym, and then I worked out with him for an hour, and he was telling me to not work as hard as I wanted to. Like in the past, I used to do an exercise and I used to push, and like and try to push through it. And he said, that's not what I'm supposed to do. He has me working out with less weight, doing fewer reps. I work out for an hour, which is unique because in the past I've done a lot of 20-minute workouts. But he said for the results that I want, he wanted me to do things differently. And so not only did I ride my bike to the gym, but I worked out with him for an hour and I listened. And honestly, sometimes the exercises I was doing, I've done before, but I had to just modify by a little bit, like 5%, 2%, 10%, like change, leave everything the same, but just change my breathing. After that, I went to private tennis lessons because I think if you've been following my podcast at all, you know that I haven't actually played sports for a long time, not since I was in high school. And so I decided to start playing sports again. And I started tennis lessons. And so I've got private tennis lessons and I went to that class. So now that's riding to the gym on the bike, working out for an hour, now going to tennis lessons. And tennis lessons aren't that challenging, a little bit of cardio or whatnot, but it's like more of teaching me how to swing a tennis racket because I'm really a bad player. I'm a little athletic, but I'm not that good of a player. Next thing I did was join cardio tennis. Now cardio tennis, they had us running around. What ended up happening is I worked out for 3.5 hours one day. And I talked to my fitness trainer just yesterday, and he said, Trevor, you realize that all that extra cardio and all that extra work and that 2.5 hours worth of extra work that you just did, you basically negated all the value of muscle building exercise that we just gave you. Trevor, in this example, less is more. He's like, many of my clients are pushing too hard. They're doing too much of the right thing, which ends up sabotaging their value. So here is the focus for today. You might notice that it's kind of weird. Like, why am I walking around my office right now in house with a selfie stick? Why do I keep having this picture of Bruce Lee behind me? Because the art of Jing Tao Wu, or whatever it is that Bruce Lee called his martial art, is his vision was to find what worked and to reject everything else. So as I look at the value of what I wanted to bring you with this podcast and why I started this podcast in the first place, the truth is that in order to use what works and adapt it to my personal style, it is time to take a break from this podcast. And so I'm not sure how long I'm going to break right now. I think I'm going to come back with a few more episodes, but there is the birth of something new and something big that is coming. And the truth is that this podcast needs to change and needs to shift to help you get more and help you create more value and to help you take your life and business to the next level, which has been my mission when I got this whole thing started. So in honor of Bruce Lee, one of my new heroes, and in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some of my favorite Bruce Lee quotes. You could have a whole seminar on any one of his quotes. But if you look at today's show notes, I'm going to go ahead and have a whole bunch of them there. And I think they're powerful. They're inspiring. I'm going to find more ways that we can use these in our future so we can have them. But I wanted to give you the gift of this adapting what works for you and rejecting something else in your life, rejecting the things that don't work, and then modifying things to your specific style. Because that was the quote of the day that I just read to you from Bruce Lee. And my challenge for you is to go ahead and think about what is it that you need to start? What is it that you need to stop? What are the big changes that you need to make to get this next level of awesomeness that you're going to give the world? What I also did yesterday is I had a conversation with one of my business mentors and we talked about what's next, this big thing that's coming. And then there was an explosion. So if you're looking at this, you can see my floor is covered with this new vision of what I'm going to create. This is like the war room in my house that I come up here to teach podcasts and trainings and different things. But you can see like I have just gone nuts on creating what is coming next. So something big is coming. And I know big things are coming for you as well. But you've got to make space for it. One of the quotes that I also love by Bruce Lee is he talks about a cup of tea. Like if one of the most valuable things for this cup to be useful is that it's empty. Because if until it's empty, you can't taste anything else other than what you've already got. You've got to first empty your cup of tea. And as we're looking, I'm coming into my primary office. That is a 12-month calendar behind me. There are big things coming in my life. I don't know what the new big things are for you that are coming. But I do know that I wasted over 20 years to not publish my first book. I didn't want to wait one more day or one more minute to pause what I'm currently doing to go ahead and adapt what is useful and then apply something else. So hopefully you're going to find some value from today's show in and of itself, and stay tuned for what's coming. I think I'm bringing this podcast back for a few more episodes to round it off and have it be absolutely amazing, but there will be a pause. The Daily Dose of Greatness Quest. You know what? I've got 200 episodes. If you've already seen, I can't imagine that you've listened to or watched them all. So I'm going to invite you to go back, and if you want more value from Trevor Crane's awesomeness, that is cool, go check them out. But for right now, we're going to pause, and I'm going to come back with even more power, passion, and clarity, and I can't wait to share with you what's next. And we're going to take all of that madness and craziness and all the craziness. Like if I could, like, I should start drawing on my walls. All my walls should be whiteboards. I'd never get anything done because I'd be creating all the time. Hopefully, I'm going to connect with you again here really soon, and it's going to give you some value. And there is Allie bringing me my drink. Thank you, Allie. That looks like some juice. Some carrot juice right there. I think that's what that is. And so I look forward to serving you and to connecting with you again soon. And it's not like I'm going away. It's not like I'm disappearing. I'm just doing a massive shift on what we're going to do to change. And as you can tell, I'm giving you a lot bigger view of my background here. There is a whole bunch of craziness going on in my life, personally and professionally. And I can't wait to share some of that with you. And again, hold on. Let's bring this back to you because this isn't about me. You're here, hopefully, to help take your life and business to the next level. You're here because you have great things inside of you that it's time to go ahead and pull out and to make real. Thoughts are truly things. So I don't know what you need to turn on or turn off. But let's go ahead and take this moment of hiatus, of planning, of creating the right plan so that we can go promote and then create what we want most. We need a plan, have clarity about what we want, so that we can go talk about and promote and live that which we want to create and give. That's actually part of my Epic Author Publishing steps of creating a blueprint and a plan, and performing and promoting and sharing that with the world, and then creating some cool shit. So I can't wait to see you on our next episode of Greatness Quest. I'm not sure when it's coming, so stay tuned, and I can't wait to go ahead and see you and support you on taking life and business to the next level. I'll see you soon, but not tomorrow. Later. To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.